Hello there, Pisces. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of February the 21st through the 27th. I am very happy you are here. My apologies on being so late in getting these videos out. This week has been just a crazy schedule for me. And so I hope your week has been much calmer. We are going to be pulling one card per day. And we'll get our major themes for each day from those cards and see what shows up, starting with the weekend and then moving into weekdays. Mm, 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 mm. This is really interesting. Okay, so Pisces, what you have showing up here is the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is a card of commitment, and this is on Saturday. So you may be closing on a house deal. You may be buying a car. You may be committing to pay for a cell phone. Or you may be making some kind of verbal agreement with somebody on any number of things. But this is a contract or commitment showing up on Saturday. And then on Sunday, you have a really interesting card. You've got the Knight of Cups coming up here. So on Sunday, you're feeling a little bit dejected or um, pessimistic. That's the word I'm looking for. You're feeling pessimistic either about a particular relationship, relationships in general. Can I lift just two fingers at once? Or people in general. Okay, when this Knight of Cups is in reverse, this is a day when we like our dogs much more than we like our human friends. All right. So some kind of pessimism around relationships, really. Either a relationship, all romantic relationships, or just all people in general. Okay. So let's move on and see what comes through the week. Goodness, Pisces. You guys are having a pretty emotional week. There's ups and downs, but I mean, you're a water sign, so it's not surprising to see a lot of emotions showing up here. I really want to kind of coach you to change some things for Monday, though. So Monday we have the Empress coming up in reverse. Now, when she comes up in reverse, this is telling us that what we're focused on is what makes us feel anxious or on edge rather than what we actually want to create or manifest in our lives. And when she comes up in reverse, this says, okay, now on Monday we're manifesting the opposite of what we wanted to manifest, basically. So we have free will. We can change anything that we see in these readings. And so in this case, I want you to, as you're leading up to Monday, I want you to start catching your thoughts and paying attention to what are you thinking. And when you catch yourself having a negative thought, one that goes the opposite of the direction of what you actually want to create in your life, I don't want you to fight with that because that just gives it more energy. But I do want you to acknowledge it. And then I want you to basically mentally say, or maybe even out loud, but at least mentally say, well, that might be true, but what if, and follow what if with whatever is your ideal outcome, just so that you can make yourself more open to the idea that something positive could be coming. That's one of my favorite phrases to help turn my thinking around, and it's incredible how fast I start seeing the first manifestations after I shift that and start coming more into alignment with what I actually want to create. So that's what I'm recommending for you guys. Make my cards liars so that on Monday you're manifesting whatever it is that you want to manifest instead of the opposite. Okay? Now, let's look at Tuesday. Ruby Tuesday. You guys really should look up that Rolling Stones song if you have not heard it. Three of Wands coming up in reverse talks about being here now, being very present in the moment, making Tuesday into a ruby by being very present in the moment, not being worried about the future, not being regretful about the past, just being very present in the moment. And now Wednesday, Pisces, who is this person in your sphere of influence on Wednesday that tries to boss you around and make decisions on your behalf. Mm-mm, nay, nay. I don't see you letting this stand on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I think you're telling this person, you know what? I've got this. I need you to stay in your lane, and I will stay in my lane, and everybody will be happier. And you may even have some moral support as you're having this talk with this person. A lot of times we have friends that sort of come to the rescue to kind of be moral support along the way there too. Not saying for sure you will, but I would say that happens 60 to 80% of the time. Boop ba da doo 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 doo. Okay, looking at Thursday. Very good card showing up here. Three of Swords in reverse. This talks about healing from some kind of heartache or heartbreak. Getting past it, moving on into some good stuff. I like to see that. Yay. Now Friday. Oh ho ho, Friday. That healing is taking effect because you've got the Queen of Swords showing up here. This talks about cutting off communication with somebody, and this is a hard cutoff. If they work with you, you will talk, but only about work stuff. If you co parent with them, you will talk, but only about the kids, nothing else. And if they don't work with you or they don't co parent with you, you have nothing to say to them and you don't want to hear anything from them either. This is a hard cutoff when the Queen of Swords comes up in reverse. And this is why I'm saying that this healing of this heartache or heartbreak, this is kicking in because whatever was the problem here, whoever was causing this heartache or heartbreak, that now you're over, it's not getting to you anymore. You have managed to find some way of closure where before you were over this heartache or heartbreak, you would continue to talk to this person and continue to hope that things would get better. Maybe they'll have a sudden epiphany and realize how wonderful I am and start treating me better. Do you know how many people think that? Do you know how many people come to me for readings that think that? Do you know how many times that actually happens in real life? The numbers are not the same. Let's put it that way. Now, that's why I think you got yourself some closure. Now you're ready to not talk to this person ever again. Bye 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 bye. Not hoping you get better. Not hoping you treat me better. Bye 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 bye. Just gone. Out the door. Bye 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 bye. All right. I'm liking that because I know as a Pisces, that's hard for you guys to do. But so empowering. So empowering. I mean, that healing, once you've got that healing, then to be able to actually cut off that communication so you can continue on with your healing and continue on with your life, that is some really super empowered stuff there. I love to see it. So that's your week, Pisces. Thank you so much for stopping by to hang out with me. I appreciate y'all so much. If y'all would like to get a private reading with me where I can look at your specific information without looking at like just all the Pisces around, then feel free to check out my website to find out how to do that. All my contact information is there. If you need to call me with any questions, feel free. Also, on my website, I do have a newsletter if you want to sign up for my weekly predictions there in writing. And I do all kinds of good stuff. I mentor people who are trying to tap into their psychic abilities. I teach Reiki. I teach the tarot. I do Reiki sessions, usually long distance. So if you don't live close to me, don't worry about it. I can still help you. So there's all kinds of good stuff there. So check it out. I haven't even listed everything, believe it or not. And all of you have a fantastic week. And if I don't see you for a reading or a Reiki session or something else between now and then I will see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.